Soldiers of the Nigerian army, numbering about 50, reportedly invaded the serene and sleepy community of Mgbowo in the early hours of Thursday. The invading troops, which landed at about 4 a.m., entered Imama village by way of Obu-Ohe hamlet and made their way to Ishungu hamlet. At Ishungu, the troops arrested a young man and also set one building ablaze. From Ishungu, the troops headed to Okago area of Amatu village, where they also touched one building. There was no explanation of this invasion, just as no reason has been given to this military operation. However, local sources insist that the soldiers had been acting based on information supplied to them by some persons. They also pointed out that an advanced team of soldiers were on the village on Wednesday to perfect the route of their operation. People have fled from the affected villages, feeling the soldiers will return again. Meanwhile, bandits in their numbers on Tuesday night invaded Zagzaga community in Munya local government area of Niger State and shot dead the village head Malam Usman Tukura in his house. The bandits, who raided the entire community in an operation our source said lasted over 2 hours, also went away with no fewer than 15 members of the community. According to the youth leader in the community, Malam Yahusa Muhammad, who confirmed the latest attack to our correspondent on telephone in Minna on Wednesday, said those adopted are mostly women and children. He disclosed that the gunmen arrived the community at about 11 o'clock p.m. when the people had just returned to their bed, stressing that they went from house to house, waking people up and disposing them of their money and other belongings. He pointed out that, unlike previous attacks, where the gunmen will announce their arrival through sporadic shootings in the air, the Tuesday attacks took the community unaware as the bandits entered the community quietly and raided shops before attacking people in their houses. The youth leader further disclosed that the village head was shot and killed when he came out of his house to plead with the gunmen to leave the people alone, adding that they immediately shot him in the chest and he died on the spot. Yahuza said the Tuesday night attack is the 5th in the last 4 months, stressing that in the last 4 months attack before Tuesday, the gunmen usually meet empty houses as the people always escape into the bush before their arrival. However, this attack is coming barely 2 weeks after some gunmen abducted about 30 people from neighboring communities of Igu to Swani, Shapi and 8 surrounding villages along Mangoro in the same Munya local government area of the state. 3 of the captives, however, escaped to safety during a heavy gunpour, leaving 27 still being helped by the bandits, who are demanding for 1 million naira each for their release. In addition to this, the entire neighboring Tushon Kabula community that was sacked by the government 2 months ago remain deserted as the people have refused to return back to their community. All attempts to get the chairman of Munya Local Government Council, Honorable Najume A. Aminu, to confirm the latest attack could not get any positive result, as his mobile phone line was not going through at the time of filing this report. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force troops of Operation Hadarin Daji have reportedly bombed over 100 bandits during a series of airstrikes in Kebbi State. According to Zagazola Makama, a counter-insurgency publication focused on the Lakeshore region, the coordinated airstrikes were fired at the bandits as they journeyed through Sajeko Malakashi village on Wednesday afternoon. The publication quoted military sources as saying that the troops acted on intelligence that the bandits were teaming up in Madada village in Maru local government area in Zamfara state to attack communities in Kebbi. According to Zagazola, the bandits who rode on motorcycles decided to turn back halfway after being informed that Air Force troops were in the know of their movements. The troops later intercepted the bandits in Damani village and bombed over 100 of them in an operation that lasted more than an hour. Zagazola said the ground team of the troops also went after the fleeing bandits and killed 17 of them. 17 motorcycles were burnt while one damaged AK-47 rifle and 17 rounds of 7.2 mm special ammo were recovered after the airstrikes. Christopher Musa, the chief of defense staff, has asked troops not to wait for Boko Haram terrorists to attack first before taking the fight to them. While speaking to the troops of Operation Hadinkai at the Maimalare cantonment in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, on Tuesday, the chief of defense staff said a soldier who comes to the theater is not complete without killing at least one Boko Haram fighter.